Sup you guys, ASD Classified here. So, the Power Rangers have faced off against some of the most powerful evil beings in the universe. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 most powerful villains in Power Rangers. Spoiler alert, Goldar did not make the list.
I'm the greatest warrior of all! I can't believe that bobblehead said that!
Dahmerus also did not make the list. And if you don't remember Dahmerus, that's okay. Why the fuck would you remember who that is?
That's Dahmerus. He's the most powerful warrior in the universe.
That may be the dumbest idea you've had yet.
Also, I'm only going to be discussing Power Ranger villains who appeared in the TV show, okay? Not going to be touching on any villains from the comics because I'm very much behind in the comics. Have not read every Power Ranger comic. And if I did include villains from the comic, number one would be Lord Drakkon. I mean, Lord Drakkon gained the power at one point to destroy the multiverse and manipulate it. Like, who would be more powerful than that? Okay, so yeah, we're only talking about villains in the Power Ranger TV show. Alright. Number 5, Ransik from Power Rangers Time Force. So Ransik is a mutant crime lord from the year 3000, and he also has the power of an orc. And he is quite the formidable opponent. And that's putting it mildly. This motherfucker is not to be toyed with, okay? Like Ransik challenged the Rangers throughout the entire season of Time Force, right? But I really only have to talk about one fight, okay? And you all know what fight that is. That is the fight that he had against the Rangers in the finale of Time Force. He beat the absolute shit out of the Rangers in the finale. He beat the shit out of them. Like, it wasn't even like a big epic struggle between him and the Rangers. No, he beat the shit out of the Rangers, okay? Easily crushed them, had them demorphed, had them beaten and bloody and bones broken, just like that. Like, no struggle on his part. He beat the shit out of them. It's absolutely ridiculous how easy Ransik beat these Rangers. And these Rangers had technology and powers from the future, from the year 3000. Beat them like they were nothing. And it's not like Ransik, in the finale, he gained this new incredible, like, power and ability. No, this is the same strength and power that he had since episode 1. And he beat the shit out of them in the last episode, the final episode. Beat them easily. What other Power Ranger villain did some shit like that? It is incredible. Ransik pretty much could have killed the Rangers from the start, and I feel like the only reason he didn't is because he had that terminal illness going on. Like, he would fight the Rangers a lot throughout the season, but there was a lot of times where his illness would, like, debilitate him and he'd have to retreat, right? And I feel like that's the only thing that saved the Rangers throughout the entire season, because from the finale, from the very last episode, he beat the Rangers like they were nothing. They used everything against him and he just threw it off like it was nothing, okay? Ransik is no fucking joke. He is definitely one of the most powerful beings in all of Power Rangers. Definitely one of the top 5 most powerful villains in Power Rangers, okay? He is Power Rangers' answer to Magneto, and you will show him some fucking respect. Moving on to number 4, Master Org from Power Rangers Wild Force. So, the Master Org, when he gained the power of the Org Heart, became a very monstrous being with monstrous power, right? He beat the Power Rangers' asses in the finale. He destroyed all of the Wild Zords in their possession. Okay, he destroyed all of their Wild Zords. These Wild Zords defeated every Org throughout the entire season that they went up against. Master Org with the Org Heart obliterated them easily. And not only did Master Org destroy the Wild Zords in the Rangers' possession, he also destroyed the Lord of the Wild Zords, Animus. He killed Animus. Technically, he killed him twice because he had killed him 3,000 years ago. He revived himself and he killed him again. Okay, Master Orc with the Orc Heart was not playing, okay? He was not playing. Master Orc in the Wild Force finale was so powerful that the writers didn't even have a convincing way to beat him. They really came up with some bullshit. They said, oh, we're gonna have random Wildzords just appear, and then we're gonna resurrect all the Wildzords that Master Orc killed with no explanation for how they're resurrected. They're just back. And then we're going to destroy Ransik with the Care Bear Stare. It makes no sense. It's ridiculous. But it does not take away from the fact that Master Orc was extremely powerful and one of the most powerful villains that the Rangers ever went up against. Okay, number 3. Golgor from Power Rangers Turbo. Oh yes, Golgor in his day was the most destructive monster in the galaxy.
In the universe!
Oh, my bad, man, my bad. Most destructive monster in the universe, okay? And he certainly proved that when he destroyed both the Turbo Megazord and the Rescue Megazord. Keep in mind that the Turbo Megazord and the Rescue Megazord were the most powerful Megazords in existence at that time.
They formed the Turbo Megazord, the most powerful Zord ever created.
These are your new Zords. They are more powerful than any before.
Okay, they were more powerful than the OG Megazord, than the Thunder Megazord, than the Ninja Zords, and the Zeozords. Oh yes, the power of the green minivan was unrivaled, okay? Until they met Golgor. Golgor beat the shit out of them. Let me tell you something. That Megazord fight in Chase into Space, the Turbo finale, it is a thing of beauty. He demolished the Turbo Ranger Zords, and it is a sight to behold. Like, it is beautiful. It's a beautiful action scene. Wonderful. Like, he beat the shit out of them, and he showed a magnificent display of power, baby. And kind of like Master Orc, the writers just came up with some bullshit to beat him. Like, he seemed to be indestructible on the outside, but in the inside, the Rangers threw like their turbo ram inside of his throat and detonated it, and it blew him up from the inside. So it's a memorable defeat, but it's ridiculous. But it, again, doesn't take away from the fact that Golgor was incredibly powerful and destroyed the most powerful Megazords in existence at the time with ease. Number 2, Vengex from Power Rangers RPM. And Power Rangers Beast Morphers. So Vengex is Power Rangers' answer to Ultron. He's a computer virus that has the ability to make deadly killer machines that conquered an entire planet, okay? And these machines just keep growing stronger and stronger with each generation of Vengex technology, right? And Vengex can also make powerful robot bodies for himself. And even if you destroy his robot body, he will not die. He will just upload himself into another form and create an even more powerful body for himself. And then if he gets a control over the morphing grid or the biofield, he'll become even more powerful, as we witnessed in both the RPM finale and the Beast Morphers finale. Like, once Vengeance gets the power of the morphing grid, he has the ability to delete or destroy Megazords, and even delete or destroy Rangers. He becomes incredibly powerful. He became so powerful in the Beast Morphers finale that I still can't believe he lost. Like, how does it even begin to make sense that somebody who had the power of the Vengex virus, the power of the Evox virus, and the power of the Morphing Grid, and the power of several Morphex towers, how does somebody with that much power even begin to lose? How? How could he lose? How? Okay? Human DNA? Get the And number 1, Dark Spectre / the Psycho Rangers. Yes, it had to be them. It had to be Dark Spectre / the Psycho Rangers. Had to be them. There was nobody else that was going to be number 1, baby. Like, come on, come on. Dark Spectre at his time was the Grand Monarch of Evil. The Grand Monarch of Evil. He ruled over all of the other Power Ranger villains at that time. All of them were scared of him. That's how powerful he was, okay? And while we never really saw Dark Spectre, fight, we knew how powerful he was from the Psycho Rangers, because the Psycho Rangers got their powers from Dark Spectre. Okay, and we saw how powerful they were in their fights with the In-Space Rangers. It was made very clear from the first episode they showed up that the In-Space Rangers were no challenge to the Psycho Rangers, and they could have easily killed them. It was Astronomer that kept stopping the Psycho Rangers from killing them. Like, the In-Space Rangers could not battle all 5 Psycho Rangers together. They literally had to take them out one at a time, and they were barely winning then.
We barely survived just getting rid of 2 of them.
And then when there were only 3 Psycho Rangers left, and they were like, fuck it, well, let's just fight together. Like, all 6 of the In-Space Rangers struggled to kill just 3 Psycho Rangers.
My calculations say their combined power is more than ours. A lot more.
It took everything out of them. It took their Ranger powers. It took all of their Zords to kill 3 Psycho Rangers. And then when they came back and all 5 were attacking, the Space Rangers could not beat them. They had to turn them into data cards. And then when the Psycho Rangers were reverted back to normal from the data cards, it took 2 Ranger teams to beat them. The In-Space Rangers and the Galaxy Rangers. 2 Ranger teams. What villains can say that it took 2 Ranger teams to beat them? It was necessary for 2 Ranger teams to beat them. And plus, it took 2 planet-destroying missiles to destroy Dark Spectre. 2 planet-destroying missiles to destroy Dark Spectre. Look, that's it. Dark Spectre and the Psycho Rangers, they're the most powerful villains in Power Rangers of all time. Nobody's coming close to them. Period. Alright, and that's my list. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know in a comment who you think the most powerful villains in Power Rangers are. Alright, later guys. Jamata.